Okay, well, hello everyone. I'm going live, and as you can see, the top story for right now is weather, as we have a potential for severe weather in areas of the southeast. And as you can see, here's our storm system, trucking across Louisiana, Mississippi, going into Alabama. In our risk, we have a slight risk for these areas, as well as a marginal risk. There's not seeing a real tornado potential today, but we could see the main threats today are damaging winds and isolated tornadoes. And the SPC, the Meso scale discussion shows they only gave a 40% chance of a watch being issued, but I'm probably not seeing a watch being issued. As you can see, the line extends from all the way down here. Let me pull it up on here. The line extends all the way down here from parts of just outside Galveston, Freeport, Piedmont. It's going in all the way up to Alexandria, well, places that were hit by a tornado, so back on the 16th. So apparently we got a round two for some folks. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning. First severe thunderstorm warning of the day. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for... Hold on, let me get that... Let me pull that up for you guys right quick. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Concordia parishes. So northwestern and southwestern until 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're calling for the hazards include 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and core-sized hail. This is radar indicated. Hail, your impacts, you're gonna have hail damage to roofs. Hail damage to vehicles suspected at expect roof damage to wind damage to roof, sightings, and trees. If you're in these areas, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning now. I would take cover, treat this as if it were a tornado warning. And actually, you can see here, this is coming up along. If you're on like Highway 129 towards Highway 28, Highway 129, I would not. If you're driving around there, you're gonna have some rough road conditions up ahead. And here's State Route, around State Route 124. There's the lake up here. So part of the storm is going to be up towards Jonesville. So no real locations will be impacted by this one. But you never know, that could change. Up here we got some thunderstorms moving into Tuscaloosa, over Tupelo, past just to the north and east of Hattiesburg. Yeah, I'm not seeing a real tornado threat today. Oh, and they also the other story is a winter storm. We also have another story we have is the huge winter storm that's going on. Let me transition my radar to over this area. So over here is where we had a winter storm brewing. And here's my area over here where I'm having a lot of heavy rain. Now I'll turn the bulletins on. There are some flood warnings here, one including Parkersburg. Got one for Parkersburg, Cincinnati, Hillsborough. This does not include the city of Dayton or Xenia. This includes, Lexington, Frankfort, Louisville. We got Bowling Green. This includes Evansville. We got some, and these are these are aerial flood watches for these areas. And then we have the flood warnings in effect for Vicksburg along the. This does not include Vicksburg. This includes Edwards, Pickens, Goodman, Durant, and West. Because of this line of thunderstorms just coming up towards the area. So if you're in these areas, this means only flooding is possible. We have during that, and then we have a thunderstorm here coming up to. The heaviest of it is just going to pass just to the north of Demopolis. Yeah, it's over Forkland. It's over Akron in Alabama. Thunderstorms are just passing out of Alexandria. We have, oh, that's a pretty good hail core right here. Let me zoom in on that. That is on State Route 3102. So if you're on, coming up on, so it's on State Route 3102, coming up towards State Route 121. So if you're on any of these, you may run into some large hail. And we have this, then the line down here extending heading towards Lafayette. Just passing Lake Charles. This is a huge. So I put the bulletin tracks up again. And I think they just updated the severe warning. So now it's moving at 45 miles per hour. This goes until 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, let me put my live stream in my Discord server. So, because I know there are some people who track the weather. So what I'm gonna do is actually. So I'm just gonna share my stream with some people so they can know I'm live. Because I really want to give as much warning as possible to these people. Like I said, if you're in these areas for the severe thunderstorm warning, you gotta be ready to take action. Because look at the storm here, and if it keeps that track, it's gonna go up into a ridge crest. So folks in and around Ridgecrest, let's put the storm tracks on. Not seeing the hail here yet, but this is a strong cell. Coming up towards this area. And this is what the Storm Prediction Center is going with. They're going with a slight risk because there is the potential. We already have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for one of the areas. And you gotta give me a moment. I'm looking at some stuff on my phone. Hopefully I can find some stuff. I think that tweet. I think one of the National Weather Service people tweeted this, the severe warning. Hopefully they did. Yep, there it is. From the National Weather Service. Let me go down to it. And also we have there's the potential for a storm. I think a winter storm. Okay, here's our severe thunderstorm warning. So there are 2 schools in the path of this. There's also the population count is 2017. So even though, and I was just pointing this out, Alexandria, you are not involved in this. The storm is to the east of you. For parts outside of Alexandria, you're gonna feel some of this. Also, you have also I want to point out that hold on. Okay, the radar app on my phone, I'm actually picking it up. And this holds together. It's going to head into Natchez. Hope I'm saying that name right. And let me just show you guys the hail core on this thing. Let me turn these off. Look at the hail in that storm. Hold on, let me pull up the lightning counter as well for that area. Here's the lightning count for that area. And this is used to basically count all the lightning strikes that's going on around. There's lightning and thunder going off here for the storm to the east. The main action, most of the lightning is just over here outside near Alexandria. And I just got a new scan in. Here we go. Okay, part of the areas that are down here are out of the warning now. And this is the only severe warning we have. Let me put the lightning counter on this one. So this thing looks like it may hold up. They may actually extend this warning because it looks to be holding together. So if you guys think they will extend the warning, let me know. So I think right now the way it's looking is because this is a huge line that extends down here. The Weather Service is deciding whether they should extend the warning. Because it's not even moving that fast. It's moving at a good rate. It's moving 45 miles an hour. So 45 miles an hour is not going to give you that much time. Like if it was really close to you. Some of your areas like Natchez. I'm saying that right, and or Faraday, I swear, and Ridgecrest. Be ready to be taking cover. Treat this and possibly treat it as if it were a tornado warning, even though there's no tornado warnings. Because this thing is coming right, it's kind of pretty much going to be knocking on your door, and they might actually extend this warning as it comes out of Louisiana, as it's coming over towards the Louisiana-Mississippi border. And this is the only warning in this area, only that we have. Hold on, look at Oklahoma. Okay, let me look at Oklahoma. I don't see nothing there. And also, I just saw something on Twitter about a possible potential storm going to be starting up over here. A potential storm starting up over here towards Washington, Oregon, and California. Somewhere in there. I think if this thing goes below severe limits, there's a chance it could cancel. Okay, it's picked up speed. It's moving at 50 now. Special weather statement. And remember, and you gotta remember, you have the winds. In order for a storm to be severe warned, you have to have winds at least 58 miles per hour or greater and hail up to over an inch for it to be a severe thunderstorm. And I'm gonna actually take this one. I'm actually gonna play this so I can see how it looked when it came up this way. So watch this, pay attention to the line. Here it is coming into Alexandria, just passed through there. Passed through Alexandria, now it's coming up towards over here. So this is a pretty decent line here. See, here it is passing through. Here's the line extending down here. And so still affect areas such as Monroe, Shreveport, Greenville. Even though these areas are not in warnings, but I still think the National Weather Service could extend the warning for the one storm. They might extend it or they might cancel it. Okay, the hail core. Okay, the storm is starting to. Okay, oh boy, it's starting to come. You see how part of a signature is starting to come in a little bit backwards? And the good news is we have none as far as tropicals, none as far as tropics, which is good. Okay, this one coming up towards Evergreen. Look at this. And here's another one. They might severe warn. They might warn this one. They could potentially warn this one down here, towards coming up on that's over Marksville. I mean, coming up towards Marksville. They may actually warn that one as well. And if you look at the signature on here, you're starting to see how it's starting to come backwards a little bit. Not saying there's going to be any, there's possibly rotation. I'm just saying you want to watch that carefully. Because you never know what's going to happen with these storms. And look at the lightning. Look at the lightning. So let's oh, you can switch the radar on. Look at this. So pretty much the same thing I'm seeing on this one. Doesn't matter if I switch it. And I'm gonna look at the lightning. Look at the lightning. Look at all the lightning right here. And I still okay. They just took off another part of the warning, so that should come up. Like guys, for you those who are in the chat, tell me what y'all think about this. What do you guys expect to happen as this progress? Okay, the hail size is going down, which is a good sign. So I think they may actually allow this to expire. Hold on, severe weather statement just came in. Okay, and it's losing speed, so away from moving at 50 from 45 going up to 50 back down to 45. And there's a huge snowstorm. Apparently, there's on Sunday about a huge snowstorm coming in. But I still want to watch this sail so very carefully for any development. Hold on. So wait, you seen rotations somewhere? Hold on. Like I said, this is the only warning we have right now. A new scan just came. Oh yeah, it's broke. It's really broke. Look at this. Oh boy, look at this sail near Fayetteville. Look at this storm coming up on there, up on Port Gibson and Fayette. They actually made severe warning this one. Let me check the tracks. Okay, there's, like I said, there are no tornado warnings. We only have severe thunderstorm warnings. But they said, but from my perspective, some of the threats today are damaging winds and hail. But a tornado cannot be ruled out today. Okay, so the only hazard they're calling for is 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with the storm now. So hail is no longer, won't be a threat to certain areas there. So now I gotta figure. So yeah, so only so damaging wind gusts and then a tornado tour is possible. That's for the slight risk. The marginal risk we have isolated severe storms possible, damaging wind gusts, and a tornado cannot be ruled out. And like I said, these are probably some of the places that were hit in the past. I mean, back on the 16th, apparently. Look at that coming up on Fayette and in Port Gibson. Look at that. I mean, I still think for two of these storms, we could have a severe thunderstorm warning with either they may either extend this severe thunderstorm warning here, may also either issue one down here or over here. So what do you guys think? Would you think they're going to issue another warning? Like if you guys think they'll issue, okay, it's not rotation. Okay, that's good. Hold on. I mean, this is apparently the way that we're going to end the year with some potential severe weather. And I don't see them extending to severe thunderstorm warning. I think they might actually cancel this. They might either allow this to expire or cancel the warning. But look at the storm coming up on Fayette and Port Gibson. Look at that. I mean, if you're in Port Gibson or Fayette, you have a strong thunderstorm heading your way, and anyone along Highway 28, US US 61, US Highway 553. Coming in the Fayette, you might want to stop at the next convenience store, get into a business, a gas station, a convenience store, and just let this thing pass if you're traveling along that way. Anyone, and for those, and not only that, for those kind of along yeah, because look, here's US Highway 65, here's Highway 553, here's Highway 550, Highway 547, Highway 28 is up in here, Highway 33, this is Interstate 955. Look at that. And I'm gonna say, if you're okay, no one should be traveling along these highways and these along this U.S. highway. Toxic. This is not the time for this. Up, and they actually extended the warning. They actually extended the severe thunderstorm warning. So on my screen, I mean on this radar, you're going to see a severe thunderstorm warning pop up any second now because they just extended the. Yep, there it is. I knew they were going to extend it. And this includes the areas I mentioned earlier. There we go. So let's see what they're calling for with this severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning for, so this is from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi. Let's see, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southwestern 10 I don't know how to say these parishes or whatever they're called down there, but for county-wise, it's for western Jefferson County and northeastern Adams County. At 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Faraday, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Hazards include 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is radar indicated. And this is a fast-moving storm. So you won't have much time to react. So if you're, and like I said, no one should be along these highways. Highway 15, US 61, US 84, Highway 6184. No one should be on these highways. US Interstate 61, US Interstate 61, 84, Highway 15, Highway 555. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should be out there driving. If you are driving around here, stop at the next stop at the next rest stop, going to a gas station, a business, a convenience store. Let this pass. And this storm has hail, so yep, this is moving at 60. So yeah, Toxic, you're right. It may not do anything, but you never know. Yeah, Toxic, you never know. It could do something, but like I said, no one should be driving along the highways. If you're in Fayette or Port Gibson, no one should be out there with this storm here. Because with severe thunderstorms, because only when you have 60 mile an hour wind gusts, that's strong enough to bring down trees and power lines. And this is coming up towards it's coming up on Highway 15. The storm's crossing over into the crossing the Louisiana Mississippi border. It's going to be crossing there soon. It's moving northeast at 60. And I think the National Weather Service made the right call by extending the warning. And let me just zoom in here. This does include Clayton. Wait, does it? Hold on. Yeah, Clayton, you're in the severe thunderstorm warning. Waterproof, you're in this as well. St. Joseph, you are not in this warning, but you need to be ready. In case, because these storms are moving northeast. Oh, look at that. No appendages. Not seeing any rotation there, but that's looking pretty mean. So I put the storm tracks on. And keep in mind, my TV. This is not. I'm using one of the news stations. This is not my news station way up here, but I'm using the radar. But I can go all the way down here. But let me just tell you this: these storms are moving at like in the southern states. You have storms moving at 50, 60 miles an hour. You're not going to have much time to react. As the storm is it over? Oh, it's coming up on Ridgecrest now. People on Ridgecrest, you need to be ready. Get inside, away. First floor, lowest floor, interior room, away from windows. Even though this is not a tornado warning, you want to treat it as if it were a tornado warning. And they say this is quarter-size hail, so okay. And this does include. Oh yeah, this also includes Church Hill. So if you're in Church Hill, you want to be. You need to be prepared for this potential dangerous thunderstorm because that's heading your way. I was gonna say is Alexandria, you're pretty much done for pretty much either done for now or for the day with severe weather because the storms are moved out of your area. You just have a few showers, maybe some thunderstorms, yeah, showers, maybe a few flashes of lightning. Nothing severe, but the main focus is on this storm over here as it moves northeast. This storm is exiting Fayette, but this storm is moving northeast. It may actually hit Fayette if it holds together. And if this thing hits Fayette, then I mean, it could hit Fayette. Let me put the radar back up. Yeah, this could hit. I think it's definitely going to hit Fayette, but if it holds together, then while I got this up, let me put the temperatures up. Let's turn the radar off. Let's put on the temperatures so I can show y'all. We have. You see these yellows here? Y'all see these like greens and yellows? These are 60s and 60 and 70 degree temperatures. Pretty warm down here. And that warmth is what's gonna bring these temperatures and dew points up and make it really sticky, the air really sticky and muggy, and that's one of the ingredients for these severe storms. And it looks like the storm is actually going to about to be crossing into Mississippi soon. Close these out for a second. Okay, this is nothing important. I just want to, because I was still getting notifications for stuff. So I just wanted to check my notification. I was just checking my notifications for stuff. So And yeah, there is actually going to be a chase tonight, but that's not important right now. The most important thing is this severe weather. So I was just checking some notifications while I had the time. But let's get back to our topic. We have this as our front. I mean, our severe storms down here. If the map will load, yeah, give it a moment. Okay, there we go. It's loaded in. The current time is 3:28 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think the storm is actually starting to break up a bit. It looks like, hopefully, and which would be a good thing if it is. But here you got some thunderstorms coming up into Tuscaloosa. And we got in some another thunderstorm, thunderstorm just to the south and east of Demopolis. I think the storm's actually crossed into Mississippi now. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And once again, that's this line right here. From Lake Arthur all the way up to here. Coming up into Jackson's over Vicksburg. Like I said, these were places that were hit by a tornado. Went by tornadoes back on the 6th. Look at that. That is nasty looking. Okay guys, it is currently now 3 p.m. There has not been an extension of the severe thunderstorm warning. And it looks like we only have, I think they canceled, they might, I think they, yeah, I think they canceled that one. So now we have one severe thunderstorm warning, that's it. Yeah, this is our only warning, severe warning, that we have right now. So that there for a second, set that there, have that set up for a bit. As you can see, this is actually going to be, the storm is starting to, it's still trying to, pretty much still trying to hang in there. But you know, these storms, even though they okay, yeah, it's crossed into Mississippi now, pretty much. Yeah, it's crossed into Mississippi. Yeah, we're pretty much in Mississippi now, folks. Look at that. So it's coming up. So I don't know. Leafy's in the okay. I just got a DM from Leafy. I think he's what? I think he's monitoring the storm. But if he is, I mean, I don't have velocity for this storm. He might be watching. Yeah, he is monitoring it. Like, Leafy, if you're in the chat, say something. I mean, if you're in the stream, Leafy, say something. But for right now, yeah, this is our only active warning right now. And I think the bulletins got updated. Okay, the storm is slowing down. It's moving northeast at 50 now. So the storm is slowing down, which is the good thing. I think they just canceled part of the warning. Yeah, they canceled part of the warning because it's moved out of the warned area. All right. So if we can get a velocity on that severe the storm that severe warned anyone, if anyone could give me a velocity on the storm, the severe warned storm, so we can look for damaging winds, I would appreciate it. Like, if you can DM me the velocity to look for damaging winds, I could really appreciate it, so I can show. And while you're looking at, I don't know. There's any signs of rotation. I clearly don't see any evidence of rotation from just looking at this radar. But velocity will tell you if there's rotation. What do you guys think? If you guys have velocity, tell me if you see any evidence of rotation in that. I mean, there could be, but you never know. Because I'm not picking up, I don't see any evidence of rotation. And the storm is still moving northeast, so if it holds together, it's going to go into Fayette. Okay, I got a velocity image from my friend, and it's not really looking impressive, as you can tell. Let me pull the show it on my OBS. Give me a moment, guys. Here is the velocity image. Okay, I got I got two velocities. So, as you can see for that storm, there's a lot of range folding for these storms. If you're wondering what this purple is, that's called range folding. That's the radar is having a hard time. The radar being having a hard time. Not much stuff is pretty much bouncing off the radar in certain areas because radars have certain range limits. So, this is from KPOE. This is from that radar station. Okay, I need an. If there's a radar station that's really close to Fayette, if we could pull up a velocity that's near Fayette, that would be helpful. From the storm, looking at from Fayette. Because the one I'll just show it has a lot of range folding, and we're gonna need. Yeah, if we can get the one from in Fayette, that would be helpful, because it should be in range from a radar if there's one in Fayette. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Water. Yeah, back guys. Like I said, if we can get a better radar from if there's one in Fayette, and we got a new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is coming up towards Crystal Springs. Okay, we have radar in Fayette. Okay, I think this. I can see a little bit trying. I think I can see a potential hook in the storm. The new storm I got severe warned. So let me check the bulletin, see if they say anything for a potential tornado. Okay, no, they don't. This is for Claiborne County. So we got 3 counties under this warning. So, if you guys could take a look at this for me, I don't think that's rotation. I mean, there could be some evidence of it, the way the storm structure is looking, because you can see probably a little appendage trying to pop out. And the current time here is four. It's 3:41. And we have less range folding. This is from radar and the Jackson radar. Some little range folding, but yeah, there's some good strong winds in that. Not seeing any tornadic activity in the storm, but you never know the way that this storm structure is looking on the radar. You never know. So this is coming up on this will actually cross over. This will be on top of. Hold on, let me check the bulletin because it's heading up towards Interstate 59. It's moving at 60 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. Excuse me. So that should be in on crossing Interstate 55 in about. I want to say 10-15 minutes. I don't know. And remember, guys, like they said with the bulletins, a tornado, they said with the risk today, a tornado cannot be ruled out today. Look at this storm trying to get it. Look at this. Almost like a backward sea almost. Yeah, so no rotation. So you guys are pretty much just seeing damaging winds, huh? Okay, and Leon says it's almost time for the chase meeting. So, I think I'm gonna stop here, and if any other bulletins come up, I will either break in or show y'all after the chase. $60-mile-an-hour wind gusts coming up on the new severe storm. And a new severe thunderstorm warning was just issued. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the weather service handle these ones, cause I'm gonna start the chase. Cause we gotta go get to this meeting. We have a pre-chase meeting and about to start. So, Tornado Hunt team members, let's get it. See y'all there.